So I've been planning a book, a show, a teaching, a revelation. I have been living a story for the longest time that I have known for some time is called learning to walk again. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm learning to walk again. Learning to walk is the first amazing accomplishment that we make as human beings. And it takes a lot of work. I don't know if you've had the privilege of being around a baby, but they work really, 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 really hard on figuring out that walking thing. I want to remember how it felt. I want to live my life with a goal as great as learning how to walk before me and experience what it means to master, becoming like those beings who inhabit the world with me who I thought were something other than myself because they have this incredible power to navigate the world. Well, in very, very, very many ways, we are all learning how to walk again.
Carly's been finding a route of escape, and I'm curious to see what it is, because I like her freedom in more limited doses. I left a window for you when you were younger, but you're not younger anymore. Sorry, Harlisa. I'm gonna have to block you in, man. Sorry, but you know, the gate is the gate. Sweet baby.
See, everything we're going to accomplish in our lives is built on the foundation of the simplest things that we learn. And the first, most simple and wonderful thing we learn is how to walk. How to fall with style. How to propel ourselves forward to the places we want to go. When we learn to walk, we get taller, our reach extends, and we can begin to interact with things that have seemed only illusions in our world. And then we move on to the next accomplishment, and the next, and the next, and the next. And somewhere along the line, usually in a number of steps, some of them are dramatic steps, that take a big swath of our soul away with them. But there are inevitably many missteps as we walk through our life in which we surrender the knowledge that we are beings of power set on a course of mastery. At some point, we surrender our goal to continue to master more and more wondrous abilities, and we focus on getting enough money to pay the rent. We focus on trying to fit into a system which seems hostile to us. But now we're coming to realize that the reason that system seems hostile is that it is, in fact, hostile. It is not a natural system. It is not a functional system. It rejects us because we reject it. In the depth of our knowing place, we reject the system in which our value comes from how much money can be got for the time that marks our lives. We're waking up and we're learning how to walk again. Here's what I've seen as a preview of coming attractions. This is not a literal story. This is a capital S story on how to understand what it is that we are doing.
Where's Harley? There she is. There she is, inspecting the closed gate. There's an old farm saying, like a calf staring at a new gate. My world done changed. Oh, but there's still something hanging to her butt. That's one of the hazards of being a super fluffy bunny, is things get attached to your fluff. I gave her a butt cut. When this fringe started growing, I thought it looked like a poorly designed skirt, so I gave her a little trim do. See that kind of arch over her tail? And now her fluff's growing back, and I've seen pictures of other bunnies, and I realized that in the fallness of bunnydom, she's going to have a big, super poofy, kind of silver hindermost pompadour. And, you know, I got to embrace the fluff. I don't know what I was thinking.
The old book talks about the fall, the great crisis that we don't quite know what it was that happened to all of us collectively sometime in the past, from which we still suffer, the agony of which we still feel in the core of our being, the fall. And people have pondered on what that means for many thousands of years. I've come to believe that it was the time at which we lost our faith in guidance on demand because we judged ourselves as not worthy to maintain that relationship. And that jives with the Garden of Eden story. It works for me. If you want it, you let it work for you. So we are collectively realizing that we have access to this great voice of truth within us, that we do in fact have a reliable guidance system, that we are in fact members of the beloved, that we are in fact manifestations of the Most High playing around in matter. I will not claim to know exactly what's going on, but I think we all know it's a really big deal. This lifetime is very important. We wanted to be here, and we are. We knew it was going to be a hell of a ride. And figuratively speaking, I see us on Shikra. Shikra is the name of a great sacred eagle which swoops down to the earth. And you on the ride become Shikra, which is a fairly fair to middling roller coaster winding its way to an incredibly high point. And there is a moment of such peace and stillness as your car circles around at the top of the great height. And you can see for miles and miles and miles. You can see where the land has been developed. You can see where there are still trees. You can see your house from here. So after taking the leisurely circle around with which to take in the view, your car comes to the edge, goes over the edge, and you're hanging upside down over the edge of the abyss. You're hanging literally over the edge of nothingness. And then it lets go of you. And your car falls and falls and falls and keeps falling because they took you up a very long way. And there's a little more roller coaster, and damned if that thing doesn't drop you again. It's like that.